What is up, community? It's Dr. Wolverine here. I'm bringing you a new segment I'm calling Required Reading. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to take the 5 best issues, at least in my opinion, of Marvel books that came out this week. So it'll be February 16th, 2011. And I'll do a quick review of each one. Now, if you're like me, you have other shit to do in your life, so you can't always get to your books right away. That being the case, there will be no spoilers, so, none of this like, page 5, Namor runs up and takes a shit on some kid's face. Oh my god, it was so epic. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be more my commentary on why I like the book, the direction the book's going, things to look out for, and, based on what I receive from this video, I can kind of tweak and tailor it. And if I get a positive enough reception from people and enough people start watching the segment, what I can do, and I won't get into details, but I can definitely see if I can get some actual writers at Marvel and other books to come on and maybe do like a quick 2-minute overview of what their book, or what they thought of books, or what they're liking outside of what they're writing. I'm in a little bit of a unique position to do that. So with that being said, I'll jump into the reviews and then look out for some shout outs at the end. First review will be of X-Force, Uncanny X-Force number 5. This has been a really solid series. It's interesting that they're doing this in 4, not 5 issue arcs. But if you don't know what happened last issue, I will tell you that Phantom X killed a major character in the Marvel community. How much that'll stick or how authentic that was, I don't really know, because if you know what I'm talking about, we've all heard that song and dance before. But this issue stands out really because there's 2 things. One, the Phantom X character gets fleshed out a little more, and that's really cool. And they introduced the whole new, series of villains that are going to be appearing in the Marvel Universe. They've been slowly appearing, especially in Jason Aaron's last run on Wolverine Weapon X, so that was cool. Actually, the biggest thing about this book that I liked was that they finally wrote Deadpool as being a quasi-serious character. I'm so tired of seeing him as like this one-dimensional sociopath. In this issue, he's actually pretty serious, and that's a nice, refreshing take on the character. So, X-Force, Uncanny X-Force number 1, definitely check it out. Second issue I think you should check out, Wolverine. If you're not reading this series, this is the perfect jumping on point. All you need to know was that Wolverine was in hell because his soul was taken and his body possessed by a demon. The reason I really like this issue, outside the fact that I think Jason Aaron is without a doubt the best person who've ever written Wolverine, and I should preface that again with the fact that I'm not being biased and, what's transpired recently. It's really more the fact that I don't think anybody's nailed the character as well as he has. And you know what, it's fine. I know what's going to happen. I'm going to draw fire for this, but fuck Chris Claremont. He didn't write Wolverine that well. If you read his limited series, every page of every new issue opens up with Wolverine just reiterating like, I'm born with an unbreakable skeleton, and it's really hard being me, and you don't know what it's like, I'm amnesiac, and blah blah blah. It's stupid, like whatever. It's not interesting. Jason Aaron really solidified himself on the Get Mystique run, and for that, I pretty much jumped on his bandwagon right away. But the reason this issue is totally awesome, sorry I ventured off track a little bit there. Last arc, he's in hell. He's running around with a Final Fantasy sword, chopping up demons, fighting the devil himself, and you're like, oh my god, like, could the character be any more badass? And then in this issue, they show you how easy Wolverine is to kill, like, almost right off the bat. You're like, holy shit, like, Wolverine would get his ass destroyed by people. Plus, Cyclops, again, total badass. If you don't like Cyclops and you think he's a pussy, you're obviously just way out of the loop, because it's not the character from the early 90s cartoon. He's a total badass now. So, definitely check out Wolverine, plus the art's awesome. Book number 3 to check out, S.H.I.E.L.D. number 6. I'll go ahead and say this. I have a good memory, and I'm a pretty smart dude. And every time I read S.H.I.E.L.D., I have to go back and read the preceding issues, because I kind of forget what's going on, and it's a little bit convoluted and hard to follow. But number 1, the art's incredible. Number 2, the story is very refreshing. It's a nice deviation from the standard Marvel stories of the Avengers and the Fantastic Four and all that stuff. So we get to see some new characters like Howard Stark and Nathaniel Richards as like these Men in Black type characters that, traverse the space-time continuum. And, it's interesting. They're just basically solving the riddle of life, that kind of thing. The riddle of steel. Check it out, though. Art's incredible. Number 4, Silver Surfer, number 1 of 5. I hope this book gets picked up full-time by Marvel, because it was easily my favorite book of the week. The art's incredible. The splash pages are phenomenal. I mean, even if you don't like the character, that's actually kind of what possessed me to get the book. I was looking at my pull list, and I knew this was coming out, and I was like, I'll add it just because I think the art looks cool on the cover. And man, I was not disappointed because this is the most interesting Silver Surfer issue I've read in a long time. And I'm looking forward to the Annihilators, but this is really solid. This was my favorite book, like I said, all week. And if obviously we all like good writing in comics, but I think more importantly, the art is what makes the medium what it is. So pick up Silver Surfer #1. I won't plug it anymore. Last but not least, Thunderbolts #153. Good book all the way around. It's, in my opinion, the diametric opposite to a book like S.H.I.E.L.D., where this is like the Stephen J. Cannell book. If you don't know who he is, just go Wikipedia and then you'll be like, oh, okay. He basically was like the campy 80s TV writer, and like that's what this is. Like, it's good, fun. It's basically just action, nonstop action, these ridiculous scenarios, like taking a bunch of D-list characters and making them, into the Dirty Dozen. Anyways, interesting book, and it's always fun to read. If you like Jeff Parker, and you obviously read Hulk, you'll know that, again, his books they're great, man. They're just solid action all the way around. And then, finally, a trade paperback you should go pick up, Casanova Book 1 by Matt Fraction, illustrated by Gabriel Ba. It sounds like LeVar Burton here, Jesus. Anyways, a really good book all the way around. Think 007 meets In Like Flint meets The Matrix meets Mick Jagger. That's Casanova. It's definitely worth checking out. And plus, if you know Matt Fraction from all the stuff he does at Marvel, you'll definitely like this book. This is actually Image. So check it out. It's a fun read and it's a little different. That being said, let me know what you guys think of how I did, what you want to see changed, what you want to know more about, if you think I should have spoilers, how deep the commentary should get, because the more information you give me, like I said, the more I can do with that, and maybe, like I said, maybe bring a little bit more attention to the Marvel Legends community. I am in a unique position where I can get actual writers to maybe weigh in on some stuff, so that would be cool. That being said, to wrap this up, I got a couple shout-outs. #1 to my man Marcus 1978p and DCUC Fanboy. I've traded with both those guys. Really awesome. They sent their stuff right away. I really appreciate it. So definitely check their channels out. They do a lot of good stuff. And I really appreciate, I like when people are open to doing trades and being forthright and honest. That's cool. Second guy I want to give a shout out to would be the man himself, KJ Hulk. You guys don't need any explanation as who he is. He's one of the major players in the ML community. But he's been really cool and receptive and supportive to like what I've been trying to do, and put my stuff up on his front page, and that means a lot, especially from somebody that has, all the clout that he does in the community. So I really appreciate that, and definitely check him out if you, for whatever reason, haven't already. I also want to give a shout out to my man Trevor Harris 881. Dude, you're the fucking David Attenborough of the Marvel Legends community. I mean, seriously, I watch your videos, and it's the most informative thing ever. Whether I want to know about UFC fights, or an upcoming movie, or action figure line, I really enjoy watching them, and I enjoy your narrative style, so keep it up. I really like it. And I think you're really going to pick up a lot more subs, if that's what you're into. If you're not, that's cool too, but you got a lot of really great displays, and like I harassed you before, man, I want to see some ACBA out of you, because you have the resources. But yeah, definitely check out Trevor Harris 881. Also, big shout out to my man Juggernaut Worshipper. This dude is real different than other guys out on the community. He's doing hilarious videos. I seriously crack up every time I watch him. Whether you like really funny shit or you like just diverse videos, he's doing Juggernaut killing Santa 1 minute and then reviewing cat care. So hey, it's interesting, it's unique, and he's really funny, and it's different. So definitely check him out, man. It's the Juggernaut Worshipper. And then finally, the Godfather, the Don himself, man. You're the last Don. It's Boog Nice 10. I hope you enjoyed the No Limit reference there. But no, man, I really appreciate it. You're like the Godfather of ACBA. About, 10 months ago, I watched your first video, the 420 video for Marvel Legends, and I was seriously laughing my ass off. So all the respect to you, man. I hope, you stay big in the community, and I appreciate you corresponding with me about all kinds of stuff, from figures to politics. That was cool. So, good wishes to everybody out there. Hope you enjoyed this, and leave your feedback. Please don't be a dick either. If you're going to dislike my video, fuck off. I mean, whatever. Do it if you want, but you're just going to piss off the Juggernaut Worshipper. He's going to kill your ass, so whatever. Alright, later, guys.